The FBI gets assistance from local law enforcement agencies across the country to determine which criminals make its 10 most wanted fugitives list, which deserves more media attention than it receives, according to a former agent. The people that are typically placed at the top are individuals who posed a grave threat to national security or the security of the people of the nation, former FBI Special Agent and Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam told Fox News Digital. Those are two different things. One has to do with the ability of the nation to protect its secrets, and the other is to protect people in their homes. Fugitives who make the list pose an imminent threat to the nation, according to Gilliam, meaning that person can cause great damage to a specific person or the country, therefore threatening national security. Gilliam named Osama bin Laden, the deceased al-Qaeda leader who inspired other individuals to carry out deadly attacks, as one of the most infamous most wanted names. The FBI added him to the list in 2007. That's somebody who, overall, could enter this nation at any given time by either directing or inspiring individuals so that they become a huge threat to the country, he said, adding that other fugitives on the list include people who have committed other heinous crimes and tried to avoid capture. The agency created its top 10 list in March 1950 after a journalist asked for names of the FBI's toughest guys, and his subsequent story generated widespread publicity, according to a FAQ sheet. Of the 530 fugitives that have made the list since the 1950s, 494 have been captured, 163 of whom were captured as a result of citizen cooperation, representing a 93% success rate. So, where you can't have a tremendous amount of people in one place to look for somebody, you can use this list to go after who the government or the FBI believes are the most dangerous, Gilliam said. The shortest amount of time a most wanted fugitive has ever been featured is a mere 2 hours. The longest was 32 years. Crimes committed by fugitives on the list have varied over the decades. When it began in the 1950s, fugitives were mostly wanted for bank robberies, burglaries, and car thefts, according to the FBI's FAQ sheet. A decade later, crimes were more radical, including destruction of government property, sabotage, and kidnapping. In the 1970s, the FBI began concentrating more on organized crime and terrorism. Over the next 2 decades, in the 1980s and 1990s, the list included sexual predators, international terrorists, and drug traffickers. The contemporary most wanted list features fugitives accused of those same crimes along with crimes against children, white-collar crime, and gang violence. The Criminal Investigative Division, CID, at FBI headquarters gets assistance from 56 FBI field offices around the country, Indiana determining who makes its most wanted list. Local law enforcement agencies also submit recommended most wanted fugitives to the FBI, according to Gilliam. Most agencies have posters of the FBI's most wanted posted in their offices. But despite its fame among law enforcement, the list typically only gets press coverage when the FBI announces a fugitive capture. Gilliam says the FBI needs to do a better job at promoting the list. I don't think that takes a lot of manpower to maintain the list, but it does take effort to continuously figure out ways to keep those things relevant, the former special agent said. In fact, I do believe, actually, that the FBI does not do a good enough job keeping the top 10 list relevant. Gilliam says the FBI should make better efforts to publicize the list prior to captures because they pose an imminent threat. The FBI shares most wanted updates on its Twitter and Facebook pages. The most recent fugitive added to the list is Wilver Villegas Palomino, A.K. Carlos El Puerco, a member of the paramilitary narco-terrorism group called the National Liberation Army, who was involved in a 20-year scheme to transport cocaine from Colombia into the United States. Villegas Palomino is allegedly responsible for numerous kidnappings, ordering assassinations, money laundering, and weapons trafficking. James Smith, special agent in charge of the FBI Houston field office, said in a statement this month, adding that his laboratories allegedly contribute to the production of at least 80% of the cocaine entering the United States. Alejandro Rosales Castillo made the list after the 2016 murder of his former girlfriend and a co-worker in Charlotte, North Carolina. Castillo apparently owed the victim $1,000, and she disappeared after agreeing to meet with him at a gas station. Authorities later found her vehicle in Phoenix. Ruha Ignatova, a Bulgarian woman known as the Crypto Queen, is accused of defrauding investors out of an estimated $4 billion through her fraudulent cryptocurrency company, OneCoin, beginning in 2014. Arnaldo Jimenez is accused of fatally stabbing his wife a day after their wedding in 2012. Omar Alexander Cardenas is wanted for allegedly murdering a man by shooting several rounds from a semi-automatic handgun at the victim outside a large shopping center in Sylmar, California, in August 2019. Alexis Flores is wanted for the kidnapping and murder of a 5-year-old Philadelphia girl who was found strangled to death in an apartment in August 2000. Bhadreshkumar Chaitanbhai Patel is wanted for the April 2015 murder of his wife in Maryland. Ulanadona Arcagacarias is the alleged leader of the Latin American MS-13 gang for all of Honduras. He is accused of supporting multi-ton loads of cocaine through Honduras to the United States and for ordering and participating in murders of rival gang members and others associated with MS-13, according to the FBI. The U.S. government is offering a $5 million reward for information leading to his arrest. Lastly, Michael James Pratt and Jose Rodolfo Villarreal Hernandez, aka El Gato, remain on the list despite having already been captured. Villarreal Hernandez is charged with an interstate stalking and conspiracy to commit murder-for-hire scheme that left a 43-year-old man dead in May 2013. Pratt, a New Zealand national, is the co-owner of San Diego-based pornography website girlsdoporn.com and is charged with sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, as well as production of child pornography and sex trafficking of a minor by force, fraud, and coercion, according to the Justice Department. The website's co-owner, Matthew Isaac Wolfe, admitted to coercing about 100 models between the ages of 18 and 23 into making the videos, which he said would not be shared in the United States, and then posting them on the U.S. website Girls Do Porn for public viewing. He also said he trained cameraman and CO defendant Theodore Gyi on how to shoot the videos, training that included a lesson on how to tell the women in the videos that they would not be posted on the internet. The FBI is asking anyone with information about these 10 individuals to contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate.